What? Oh, it's gonna fall. What would it look like if young people had more rights? What would it look like if young people had the opportunity to help make the decisions that run our country? This is something I've been thinking about a lot. Today is day 106, I believe, because I've been deeply off these past few days of my Practicing Visibility series. My name is Don O'Friend. My goal is to become a widely known public figure for young people. I care a lot about youth empowerment. And even though a lot of my focus online looks like it's mainly mental health, youth empowerment, mental health is a piece of that, right? Like young people who feel better are able to do better. But today I got an opportunity to go do a school visit at a school that had 50 kids. I think it's middle school and high school, 50 kids. And these kids, I was told, were very intellectual and that the school is run in a very different way. Like, y'all, I cannot tell you how wild it was to see what I have been trying to say to adults is possible happen in real time. Also, I am looking at myself right now. I hope I'm looking at the camera when I'm talking. I'm using my phone because my camera is messed up right now. So basically, at the school, I got a chance to meet with the principal. He was wonderful. He shared very similar views to me. And it was really cool because over the past couple of weeks, he's the second person that I've met who I think is like way further along in their kind of philosophy development around working with young people. It's way more nuanced and it's way more in depth than what I'm doing right now. I'm scratching the surface. I'm ready to dive in fully, but it's been hard to find people to kind of follow and learn from who feel the same way that I feel about young people, because a lot of the systems that are in place are, in my mind, deeply counterproductive. Like they don't help kids as much as we think they do. And even when you talk about things like grades or discipline and stuff, people get really uncomfortable when you talk about kids in a way that challenges how we traditionally look at young people. And so at the school today, we had the first conversation, which is great because I'm looking at coming to do a week-long program there. But he was like, you really need to come see how this school runs. And so I did. And the best part of it was there was about a 30-minute meeting. It was a community meeting, which means that kids and teachers, so first of all, love that because we need more spaces where young people and adults, or young people and adults are allowed to work together. He was like, it's open to whoever, so people will come and people will go. There were about 12 kids and I think 3 staff, and there are 10 staff at the entire school. 10 teachers. I don't know if that's including the admin and stuff. But they were talking about designing the schedule for next year. And these young people, like, I cannot express to you how wild this was. It was like the most productive work meeting I've ever seen in my entire life. And these people were not at work. They were kids at school. The adults were at work, obviously, but they were a part of the conversation, and they should be because they're the people that are impacted by this the most, right? And so they gave their feelings about it. They questioned things. But the coolest part to me was there was no like of this hierarchy of adults and kids. It was like we're all part of this conversation. There was no disciplinary things, right? They didn't have to like regulate kids. They didn't have to, keep kids on track. They didn't have to like, kind of be the adult in the room. I feel like the young people, middle schoolers and high schoolers, were treated with respect. But it's so normal to them that like what they felt like was normal is remarkable to me. And I really hope I get to work with them. Today is my last day in LA. I'm flying to Massachusetts tonight, and I have a speech there on Thursday. And then Thursday, I go back to Florida, which I'm so excited for. This is going to stress me out so much. I keep looking over here because that's where I am. And when I look at the camera, I can't tell if I'm looking at the screen. Anyways, I'm really exhausted. I took a couple of days of a break. I just had some personal stuff going on, and I mean, like really good personal things. And I think sometimes I get so caught up in the work that I don't make time for myself, and not like just to do the things I like, but also to just not be Don O'Friend, to like just be Donovan and experience life that way. And I've been really committed to that recently, and so it's played out in some really cool ways. I've got some really big life things happening right now, but I don't need to share about those because that's not what this channel is about. So I am back on. I will be back tomorrow. See you then.